Hey everybody, I'm Ted, and this is another one of my TED Talks about Coyote Motel's award-winning film, The River of Songwriters Stories of the South. And you can catch it now on hoopla.com. All you need is your library card number for that. You can catch it on Night Flight, which has a free 7-day trial, which is pretty awesome, and they have a lot of other cool movies there, as does Hoopla. And you can catch it on Filmzy, filmzy.com, which is a European site, but it's all over the world, and it's easy as snap to just get on that one. Plus, if you want to buy the DVD, that's on Amazon, and it's got all kinds of extras. But, commercial aside, this is what I'm here to talk about today. This is my electric diddley bow. Those of you who've seen Coyote Motel or me solo in concert have seen this thing. It was originally made by East Nashville artist Mike Windy, and when Mike presented it to me as a gift, it was not electrified, so I took the liberty of electrifying this little doggy a little bit, and it's got a really distinctive sound. You can actually hear that galvanized metal when it comes through the pickup. It has a very inexpensive Mexican-made, pickup that came standard on a pretty cheap Fender guitar, but I like it. I think with something like an electric diddley bow, the cheaper the better. This is really important to one of the songs in The River. It's a song called Trouble. And I wrote the song after the events in Charleston, North Carolina. And when I saw what happened there, I just thought it was incredibly terrible. The people with torches marching, people getting killed, the horrific racism, it was really awful. There were no good people involved in the actual troublemaking and starting of that event. So it inspired me to write a song which is about the need to fight that kind of thinking, that kind of backwards, racist, violent thought in America. And this is the key instrument in that piece. It's a great song in the movie. It's a great song in the soundtrack. Check it out if you can. Meanwhile, let me play a little bit of this doggy for you. And basically, right here we've got a nice big old chunk of pipe. At the top we've got another chunk of pipe. There's a banjo tuner on here. A pretty thick gauge string. Maybe, I don't know, it would be maybe a, if you were tuned in standard, it might be the A string at the low end of the guitar, low sonically end of the guitar. But anyway, it sounds like this. Feedback always makes me smile. Anyway, you ought to check it out in the movie. You ought to check it out on the soundtrack. I'll bet you haven't heard a lot of electrified diddley bows before. And this instrument is also an important part of African culture in America. It's based on African one-string violin. And it's something that slaves and then people who are learning Delta blues did some playing on, and you would basically tack a piece of wire on the side of a board or the side of a house, and you would use, or a 2x4 or something like that, and you would get a slide, usually maybe a chicken bone or a knife or something, or the top of a bottle you might cut off, that kind of thing, and you would just kind of go to town. Acoustically, of course. Anyway, check out the movie. Learn more about the diddley bow. If you go online at YouTube and look up diddley bows, you'll find Jack White playing one. But more importantly, you'll find Jesse May Hemphill playing one. If you see part of Robert Muggie's Deep Blues, you'll find the late, great Lonnie Pitchford playing one. So, diddley bow, rich part of culture. Our song, dealing with some of the negative aspects of modern culture, but also doing it in a way that can make you smile, because the diddley bow and the strength of the music kind of helps everybody carry on. All right, thank you so much. Peace out.